Hello everybody, my name's Linley Lutton and Luke asked me to come along and talk to you tonight. I'll only talk to you for 4 or 5 minutes because I know you want to listen to the music, and I'm very grateful that he asked me to come along and talk. I'm an urban planner, urban designer, and I've been running a campaign in Perth to try and get the government to rethink the Perth waterfront project. I've been doing it for about 12 months, and I drew a line in the sand last year and I said to myself, I'm just tired of poor planning in Perth. I've lived here all my life, I've worked here all my life, my family were born here, and I've watched Perth deteriorate, and a lot of it is due to poor city planning. And the words on the brochure that we've put together tonight, we are the 99% who no longer will remain silent. That's a wonderful theme. And it not only applies to environmental issues or financial issues or what the last speaker was talking about with housing, but it certainly applies to planning issues and to the city generally. The only reason the government is able to do the things that they do around Perth generally is because we let them. And I've been trying for 12 months now. A lot of my colleagues have spent a great deal of money advertising, trying to get people to protest against the Perth waterfront. And the opposition that comes out from the general community is very poor, it's very low. But the protest started with me as an individual. It's now got tens of thousands of people behind it. We've got a petition in Parliament with 16,000 signatures on it. And the government still pays no attention to what we're trying to say. One of the biggest fallacies, and a reason I wanted to come and talk to you tonight, is that the government says the Perth waterfront project is all about an opportunity for young people. Well, that's just absolute nonsense. What it is, it's an opportunity for developers to build more high-rise towers. It's an opportunity for hoteliers to build more hotels. It's not an opportunity for young people. There's nothing there for young people. There's no civic benefit. There's no nightclubs. There's none of the things that they've been talking about. This is going to be an office development. And I'd like to think that this type of rally tonight, and I'm sure if it hadn't been raining and the weather hadn't been so bad, a lot more people would have turned out. If you can all at least think a little bit about city planning issues, not just the Perth waterfront, but generally think about city planning issues and take them on board a little bit more. Don't just take the government for granted. In your own neighbourhoods, wherever they might be, try and do something about issues that you have about city planning. They're happening all over Perth at the moment. We can't keep going the way that we're going. So if you want to make comments at rallies like this, like I'm standing up and doing about city planning, if you can ask the organisers to allow you to do so, I'd encourage you to do that. So thank you very much for letting me talk to you just for a few minutes tonight, and for Luke inviting me. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Nick here from Animal Rights Advocates, and also just someone who supports the Occupy movement in general and everything it stands for in terms of improving democracy and reducing hierarchy and all these good things. I'm just going to talk for just 1 or 2 minutes just about how the Occupy movement's related to animal rights. I think Occupy and animal rights has been kind of at the fringe of the movement, but certainly has been a part of it. And I've just got a quote from the first official statement from Occupy Wall Street, where they've said, corporations of profit offer the torture, confinement and cruel treatment of countless non-human animals and actively hide these practices. So I think while we certainly have to stand up for people and the environment as well, certainly the animals who we share this environment with should be part of the Occupy movement as well, and that's why we're here tonight. And just to give one brief example of the parallels between human and non-human exploitation, when we think of the workers being oppressed by the 1%, in that we produce all this profit for the bosses and we don't get enough in return, that the profits all going to the 1%. But if we think of the animals producing these commodities such as dairy and eggs, for example, they get absolutely nothing. You know, workers get something, not enough. then the animals get absolutely nothing except enough food and water to keep them alive as long as they're economically profitable, and then they're slaughtered. So if anyone's interested in animal rights, we've got the stall just around the corner, Animal Rights Advocates, and I'm losing light as we speak. But just want to quickly mention something. We've got the Cruelty Free Festival, and Nadia in the orange dress is around handing out flyers for that. There she is. It's on Saturday the 3rd of November at Earthwise Community Centre, and it's all about making these links between human rights, animal rights and standing up for the environment as well. So we've got animal rights groups, human rights groups, environmental groups, all these kind of things. And the one final thing I want to say is we've got a whole bunch of vegan cake at our stall. So if anyone's feeling hungry, we've got some really nice cake. We've got chocolate and coconut and all this good stuff. There's certainly lots of good food you can eat without any animal products. So just around the corner, we've got a whole lot of cake, any donation, and yeah, go check that out. And that's it. Thanks, everyone.